guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to take you on a quick walkthrough of my mornings. So I did record this video at 7:30 a.m. which is wake up time for me. And I wanted to show you guys kind of like what I do to get myself prepared for work. And I try to keep it to under 15 minutes. Like when I'm going all out, it's 15 minutes, but I'm pretty sure today's video actually ran like under 10 minutes to get this full face and to go from I just woke up and like splashed water and cleanser on my face to, you know, my makeup done, my contour done, my lips done, everything is good to go and ready to last for the entire work day. So I do want to forewarn you guys that I did do my hair since recording, so it was a mess in that video, and I really wanted to make it as time actual as possible, if that makes sense. So I did record it where I standardly do my makeup, in my makeup area, which is over there. I can take you guys on a whole tour of it if you want to see it, but there is a lot of chaos going on over there, so hopefully the background does not distract you too much from the overall video, which is just trying to show you that you don't need 2 hours to get a full face of glam. You can go from like nothing to glam in under 10 minutes if you time it out right, use the right products, use your stuff that you know works. It is possible. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy this video and that it is helpful for you, gives you maybe a little bit of... So as I said, it is 7:30 in the morning and I hate mornings, but it is time to make ourselves beautiful. So step one is some Dr. Jart water drop moisturizer that I am going to rub all over my face to make sure we get it all nice and moisturized, no dry skin over here. And now the next step to my priming routine is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. And I'm just going to put a nice little drop of that all over my cheeks, my forehead, my chin, my neck, everywhere but my nose, and I will tell you why I avoided the nose in a moment, but you can see just what a beautiful natural glow this gives you. It adds some dewiness to your skin that I do not have naturally, and it doesn't look too intense. Now I'm going to go on with my Tarte Timeless, or Clean Slate Timeless Primer. Woo, that's a mouthful. And I take just the littlest amount of this super pore filling tacky primer and put it on my nose and in a couple of my larger pores because I do have some inconsistent texture on my nose, and this really just evens it all out, makes for a lasting foundation application. I end up not losing foundation on my nose and setting my whole face up with a really nice base. So now that the base is set and drying, we are going to go into the eyes, and I'm going to take my Ride or Die Urban Decay Eden, which is just an absolutely amazing eyeshadow primer, and it is super matte. It creates just the cleanest, nicest blank slate for you to create your beautiful eye work of art upon. So I am just rubbing that all into my eyes and making sure that it is everywhere I am going to put my eyeshadow. And now we're going to get into the look with the Too Faced Sweet Peach, and you know you got to smell it. There is just something about it that makes me happy, gets me ready to start my day. That smell is great. And now I'm going to take a really big, fluffy, all-over brush and mix white peach with clementine. And that mixture is going to be put all over the eyelid and the crease and everywhere I put that Eden primer. You don't really need to do this step, but I love doing it just because I feel like it makes for a lot smoother blending and gradients up to a darker color when you have that lighter color. Now I'm going to go in with a nice crease brush and go into the color Puree. And I'm going to just grab a bit of that light matte brown. This is the lightest matte brown in the palette, and I'm going to get that into my crease all over the place. Now the way I like to do the crease, you will see it better when I do the other eye, is by starting with the application of the actual product in the center of my eyelid and then slowly build it out to each side until we are ready to really do the windshield wiper. So you see a little application in the middle, blend to one side, blend to the other side, work your way up to those windshield wiper motions. And if for whatever reason it is not even, just add a little bit more, again, to the center, to the side, and windshield wiper it back and forth. So this is just a really quick way to add color to the crease And you just keep building it up until they are matching and the color that you're going for, really. So now, taking the same brush, I'm going to go into Summer Yum, which is a little bit darker than Puree. It's also a little bit more on the warm, reddish side. This is really going to deepen up that crease for me. I could have gone directly into the Summer Yum, but it wouldn't have looked as blendable, as blended, as smooth, as consistent. And I'm really trying to go for, not over the top. Now I'm going to take a shader brush and put it into that color Luscious. And it is just this beautiful light pinky bronze shimmer. And I'm going to use my e.l.f. Mineral Mist, which, heads up, is the best dupe I can find for Max Fix Plus, and it is only $3. And I'm going to foil that luscious color all over my entire lid up to where I did the crease. So you can see me foiling again, just a couple sprays, and putting that all up to the crease line, all over the entire lid, and setting that as my color for the main lid, evening it all out with a little more foiling action. And now we are ready for the eyeliner. I am going to go, oh, sorry, we are not ready for the eyeliner. We are ready for some more definition. I'm now going to go into Charmed, I'm Sure, with a smaller crease brush, and ever so carefully, and as close to the line that I can as possible, I am going to add this darkest of the browns and just try to keep it in a very smooth line to create a cut crease-like effect. We're going to have a little bit of that Summer Yum and Puree look above it, but this is going to be like the actual crease line, the bam, the dramatic, everything that we needed. And now I'm looking around trying to find my, there it is, angled crease brush, and I'm going to put that into the black color, which is called Tempting, and I'm going to put just the littlest bit on the very, very outer corner of my crease, just to add even more definition to that crease and really bring it out. Again, just the littlest, tiniest amount. I'm blending it out so much with that actual brush that I'm applying with. And then I'm going to now also take a completely product-free blending brush and blend everything together from the black into the light and then the light back into the black, and just make sure that we have a really smooth color, no harsh lines, nothing crazy going on there. And now it is time for the eyeliner. We are going to another holy grail, my IT Cosmetics No Tug eyeliner, and I'm just going to use this to tightline my eyes. And right about now is where I poked myself in the eye with the eyeliner. So throughout the rest of this tutorial, you will see that eye right there getting progressively redder and more irritated, and I promise I'm okay. I was fine within about 5 minutes. I guess I should not be rushing to do tutorials and get it all in screen at 7:30 in the morning. Probably not the best idea, but this eyeliner is golden. I love it. Cannot get enough. Now it is time for us to move on to the foundation step. And I'm going to be using my Urban Decay All-Nighter and this very dense synthetic flat foundation brush from Tarte. And I really love the All-Nighter foundation. The girls at Ulta rather did an amazing job at color matching me. It is so hard to color match me because I have the strangest undertones and I am constantly self-tanning, that it's like, no, the color of my actual skin is not the color of my body. I know it doesn't make any sense, but I use sunscreen on my face and I lay out in the sun with my body. I know it's not good. No lecturing, please. But yeah, basically, this is just like my go-to for work because it's so easy. I don't need to use any pigments to like match some kind of special perfect color. It just blends in real nice and smooth. And then I know that it's going to last me for so long that with that primer, I'm not going to have an issue where hour 8 of work, all my makeup is like melting off and I feel like Cinderella at midnight. Nope, that is going to stay in place for my full 10-hour day of work. Now we're going to move on to concealer. I'm going to use my Tarte Marajuku Creaseless. And this is so easy because it's in pencil form that I can literally just draw my triangles under my eyes, draw some spots in my problem areas, and then draw this straight line down my nose. And that is really all we have to do for concealing. Take the brush. I am using an IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe brush with the thinner side. and I'm just blending that out. And you can see how effortlessly this concealer just melts right into the foundation. There is no like drastic, okay, that's your concealer, that's your foundation. It just all blends together and makes you have this perfect look, in my opinion, at the end of everything. So, just making sure that's all blended out. And now I'm going to go in for the contour with that Lorac Pro Contour Palette that gets so much love. I'm going to take the brush that it came with and go into the lightest of the contour colors. Now, tap, 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 you saw all that excess come off, I know. Now, what I like to do when I'm sucking in my jaw and trying to contour it out is really carve it with the lighter color, because we don't really do too much blending. And you can get away with some shading and make it look like you have an indentation in your cheekbones. But with my nose is a little bit different. This one I like to use, I believe these are like flat eyeliner brushes. You know the ones I'm talking about. Densely packed, flat, synthetic. And I take the medium shade and just draw a straight line down each side of my nose. Now the reason I use the medium is because this side I do blend a lot. And I do not like to blend down where it would move the product, because that can borderline very quickly on looking like you have a broken nose. So I do blend it in with the brush. I then go in with my fingers. I mean, I am just constantly blending this contour to make sure that it is as natural as possible and does not look fake or overdone, or like there are lines put on my nose, anything of that nature. So again, just blending, blending, blending. Got to make sure we're all blended. And now, after that we have done all the contouring of the routine, I'm going to take the other end of that Tarte brush, the flat end that's kind of on an angle, and use the yellow highlighter to do some under eye concealer setting. So that's also coming out of the Lorac Pro palette, and that's the yellow color, which I'm about to hit pan on, and oh no. So next up we are going to do some bronzing on my face. I always use, or I'm sorry, we're going to do some blush on my face. I am using the Physicians Formula for brunettes with a stippling brush and just putting this lightly on the apples of my cheek. It is a mosaic kind of blush that gives great color choices for brunettes. Next up is the bronzing, like I said. We are going to be using the MAC bronzer, and I am the deepest shade. I know I mention a lot that I have a deeper skin tone, and I have noticed watching back on my videos that it is really washed out by the light. So, you know, now you can see kind of based on color selection what shades I am, and you know where my skin tone actually is, and it doesn't look as washed out. But I'm basically just putting that bronzer in a 3 motion just to add some warmth to my face and underneath my face and all over, blending out that contour on the nose some more. It was starting to look a little unnatural, and I really do like to keep the contour as natural as possible. Now we are going to move on to highlighting, and I'm going to be using this highlighter palette that I got from Stila. It's a holiday set, but they are selling these awesome bouncy blushes as singles as part of their spring release collection. So I'm going to go in with a brush and go into Kitten, which is their just iconic highlighter shade. I also obviously love the name Kitten. And even though it is this bouncy blush, it just applies so smooth and easy and naturally with a brush. I love it. It's not overdone. It's not like highlight to the extreme, but it's like a work suitable highlight. It's just enough highlight to give you a little glow, but nothing too much. So now we are going to move in to doing a little bit of eyelining, and I'm going to be using my favorite eyeliner ever, the Guerlain. I know it is so expensive, but I had to make the splurge for this just because of that brush size. It is so small, I can get so precise, and you know, I've been using this for so long, almost every day, and it works. Oh, there's a Kitten, and it works so great. It gets you those precise lines. It's great for winging it, and kisses for the kitty. I'm not going to do a really intense wing because I'm going to work. I'm just doing the littlest flickable wing out. My cat is making it very difficult to concentrate on the wing, to make sure I'm in frame. I have so much going on right now, like between doing my wing, having my cat walking back and forth, trying to stay in frame, all of that. But now you see this just very delicate wing that I am doing. Not too much, not extreme. I don't know about you guys, but I work the kind of job where if I showed up with a blown out blue and pink look and an all the way on top, wing, I would get fired. So I don't know. All right. I have no idea what this cat is doing, and it is time for her to go. But we will give her kisses, and we will give her a little shout out. Love you, Mew. You're the best. And now I can finish without any distractions. I'm going to use my mascara, tube mascara. It is only water slides tube mascara, and this is so that I will not have any mascara running down my face, ruining my makeup throughout the day. If my eyes get teary or whatever, if I get hit with some wind, this will keep it all in place. But, you know, another smell of that beautiful palette just to boost up my mood a little bit more. And again, I'm going to go into the white peach shade and just pop a little bit of that underneath my eyebrow just so that we can add some highlight under there. Nothing too extreme, nothing crazy, just a little bit of highlight. And now it is time to move on to everyone's least favorite part of the routine, brows. But the way that I am doing it is by using the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel just to have my actual gel. This keeps it down, keeps it in place. Then I'm going to go in with the Rimmel Brow Mascara, and I am going to apply that over the Anastasia just to really, you know, fill out those eyebrows, but it will still have the staying power and the holding power of the Anastasia. Just a little bit of tint and color added to it. And then finally, once I am done deepening those brows up, I am going to go in with my spoolie and just make sure that everything is flat in place and ready before it dries. And of course, the last step to any lip look is of course the last step to any look is the lips. I'm going to be using the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick in a pale pink. I like to stick to the pale pinks on my work days or as close to my natural lip color as possible, just because, as I said, minimalistic makeup is preferred at work. And even though I am the little glam girl at my job, I still manage to get away with going full glam and, you know, not having it be overdone. So I hope this showed you guys a little bit of a quick way to do some super glam that is natural and that you enjoyed. But of course, no look would be complete without the final step, the Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. And I love this stuff just because of how fine of a mist it is. It doesn't like clump up. It's really smooth. So I just literally 1, 2, 3, 4, ready for the day. Alright, so I hope that video was helpful for you guys and that, you know, it didn't confuse you too much seeing like the mass amount of products behind me. I really like to keep my stuff on display so that I use it more. When it goes away in drawers, I end up never, ever, ever touching it. Hopefully the voiceover worked for you guys and all that good stuff. And hopefully tomorrow is even better than today is and that today is absolutely amazing. Have a good one, guys. Bye.